So's mine.
Awesome.
Oh, how about that? Oceanic Battle Arena week. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Welcome to Oceanic Battle Arena Week 29. This is game 1. I'm Characterless. I am joined by Victor Bradley, who mocks me,
Hi.
and Stephen Gastone, who laughs while I am mocked.
He's a funny
These
man.
guys, these are supposedly my guys on my side, and they're really not. Anyway,
Always be on your side, Bibbs.
got a Catarina ban, Italy ban, both reasonably worthy. I don't know how. I'm curious to know how Italy is going because she's had a couple of changes, nerfs wise and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, she's banned. Doesn't matter. Sejuani's a good ban because she is OP.
Yes, she is. It's interesting that blue team banned her though, because you think they'd want a first picker.
Yeah, I guess in a situation like this, it really depends on. Like, not everybody has every champion, so it's not like you can always pick for your other teammates.
That is true.
I prefer to think our battle arenas are just not swapping.
It's true there as well. Vi, not the worst ban. I mean, she is really good. She's probably not ban worthy. But you know, not the worst idea either.
Oh, Vi's always worth a ban.
It's Victor Bradley, known for his hatred of Vi.
Oh,
His hatred of Nidalee. You're going to be very happy at this band's phase so far.
yeah, he might be just copying my bans, I'll be honest. It's been spectating my ranked games, I guess. So I don't really ban Italy though. I ban Vi because she's fairly popular and she's got really strong ganks and she's really good in team fights because she locks one person down by the click of the button.
Zed, the last ban.
Yeah, Zed. I mean, he's a very popular pick. So I guess in some ways he's at least worth considering to be banned when, especially with more bonks out of it. Because I mean, I guess that matchup is not always. It's sort of a lower level. It's definitely not in the favor of Zed. So I guess it might have been a thing that they saw they banned LeBlanc, want to avoid a Zed first pick, ban him out.
Well, with Katarina, LeBlanc, and Zed all out of the game, that's a lot of burst champions that are taken out. So you can expect that neither of these teams really want to go for incredibly tanky people, because generally that'd be the people that you'd use to counter that sort of burst. So it does open the playing field of the tank meta up a little bit.
Brom's a pretty safe bottom lane pick. You know, you don't really. There's no real sort of counters to him or anything. I guess if you pick a squishy mage-like support, you know, you're gonna get an aggressive support like a Leona or a Thresh. If you go like Leona or Thresh, you're gonna get a Morgana or something. So, Braum nice and safe. Pretty much can go well against anybody. Thresh is always good. Fizz, well, he's very difficult to deal with. It's like when you haven't got the coordination, it can be very tough to try and deal with the fish. So
also with other assassins taken down, he'll add a lot of burst potential that the stronger champions would normally take away. But also, they're not going to be able to burst him down nearly as effectively. Interesting that, well, Scrub Phoenix, as we know, Twisted Fate main, if he's going up against a Fizz in the mid lane, which we're not sure it is, but if he is going up against the Fizz in the mid lane, that's going to be a very interesting matchup because Twisted Fate and Fizz have been known to kind of counter each other, where Fizz can jump up at his troll pole to avoid the gold card and therefore win that trade quite well. But also he's very weak against being pushed at, so it really does depend on how Scrub Phoenix plays this Twisted Fate if it does get locked in.
yeah, and TF's got no escapes inherently. So if Fizz dives him, he's just basically going to stand there and more or less take it if he can't burn his flash to get rid of Shark or to get out of the range of the Shark. So it can be a very punishing matchup for TF if he's not on point.
And our first real meta pick, besides Thresh coming in, that's the Gragas. You can expect that will probably be a jungle pick if the meta is being followed here.
Mm.
I mean, it could also be top lane, but the mid and support options pretty much taken away with Braum and Twisted Fate being locked in.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's quite a good pick in, sort of a tanky. He's just sort of an AP bruiser, more or less. So, it's so weird to know to live in days where it's actually pleasant to see Gragas being picked, as opposed to the days when he was this nasty, nasty mage mid lane AP burster. Ugh. So horrible.
Yeah, man, he was great. Show some
All right.
respect.
So we've got Nautilus and Thresh have been locked in on the purple team. So you've got to assume that's going to be a jungle Nautilus, which was one of my old favorites from a few bygone seasons, and he's really come back with the introduction of Cinderhulk. Now, Singed, we've talked about Singed on the podcast a few times. That Singed has a lot of potential. He can really use the new Righteous Glory item, and it can be quite effective. But we've also commented that he's pretty much useless if your enemy top laner picks up a Banner of Command. So I would really like to see a Shen or someone who can really utilize the stats of that Banner of Command in the top lane against him. I think that'd be hilarious.
Got a bit of a Lee Sin and an Elise hover over here. But might be settled on Elise.
The Vayne's a good
And then
pick
it's
against
got the Pantheon.
against a Nautilus. It's going to work out well for you with the
Nautilus
silver
and
bolts.
Singed. Mm-hmm.
And
Because Singed
Singed,
is
yeah.
obviously going to want to go in there and flip, but one
Yeah.
condemn, and all of a sudden that ghost's back on cooldown, and you got nothing for it.
I mean, I think people probably need somebody who can bring a fair bit of damage with this AD pick because really... I mean, Siege does decent DPS over a prolonged period of time, but you kind of, I mean, I think Lucian might fill that role. I mean, you need somebody who's got a fair bit of damage just to sort of go with Fizz. Otherwise, you'll have a team that's very underwhelming in the damage stakes. Where Gragas brings a pretty decent amount because you could sort of build him more as an AP bruiser, not sort of a tank. So he's going to do a decent amount of damage. Yeah. Okay, Tristana.
There's the Tristana.
I guess
I
it's kind of
like
like a
this.
dive comp that kind of works.
The purple team you're talking about, or the blue team?
Yeah, no, perfect. Well, they're all sort of running in there to do their damage.
I feel if this Tristana doesn't take off, then purple team's going to be in quite a lot of trouble. Then again, Fizz could just get completely fed and just wreck everybody.
Yeah.
No, I don't-
There's not a lot of upfront burst from the team. Fizz can do it if he's far enough ahead, but if he goes even in lane, which he quite possibly could against a veteran Twisted Fate like Scrub Phoenix,
Yeah.
then there's not much else in the terms of damage threats on this team. Like, as you were saying, Singe does a fair bit over time, but you're going to be... Like, he's going to be split pushing most of the time, because that's, one of his key strengths.
I mean, Singe's main thing is basically he gets to the point he's so tanky, you can't deal with him easily, and he does enough damage that, he just... Yeah, and we can get rid of the...
Take down summon spells. It's a
So
Gragas
this-
top lane and
no.
a Pounceon in the jungle.
It's quite a... like he sort of basically just becomes so tanky that, and he just relentlessly hunts you down and just burns you down eventually. So, less with the burst. Against a Vayne, I mean, a Vayne's going to be very... Because she's got that silver bolts, that true damage. She's actually quite a good pick, I think, for dealing with Singe, because she can just chunk him down, especially if she can manage to get some damage on him before the fight starts. But I mean, Singe is going to be pretty tanky by the end of the game. Nautilus is going to be huge. Thresh will get there in the end. We're kind of on the the blue team isn't going to be quite as tanky. So I guess it's difficult to tell where it will sort of land.
Yeah, I think blue team will seriously outdamage this purple team. Assuming that Nautilus gets to go his really tanky build and doesn't get taken down before his build's really finished, then he might have a good, he might have a decent time against Pantheon and Twisted Fate, but Vayne's going to be a problem regardless of how tanky he gets.
I mean, I think a good Thresh Hook is going to be really dangerous against most, like, any of the, Pantheon, Twisted Fate, Vayne, a good Thresh Hook is going to really mess them up.
At all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you've landed one Thresh Hook, then you can chain the CC on top of each other, fling, etc. So that's what purple team are going to want to do. Blue team actually have a really good pick comp because they've got a decent amount of burst and comboed CC that they can do, but Gragas's ult and Twisted Fate's teleport and gold card would be even better than a death sentence. So
well, yeah, it's a lot more unreliable, and I mean, particularly with the Destiny and the gold card. I mean, that works in a laning phase, but outside of that, it's really dangerous. And unless you're like amazing with your Gragas ults, you could quite easily muck it up. So I think Purple's team's initiation is a lot more reliable. If you get Nautilus within a certain range, you can use his depth charge, and you just can't escape from it. So Braun brings decent counter engage, and I think in that regard, he could be, if he uses his ult quite well, that ult can just really make it incredibly hard for Sigil in particular to dive the backline, to dive Vayne.
I mean, whether Gragas wants to use his ult for peel or his ult for pick composition, for pick reasons, there's a lot there to support him because, I mean, Braum's going to be really good to keep everyone to stop from diving, and Gragas can blow everyone away, but they also got a lot of really strong global pressure between Pantheon and Twisted Fate jumping in to help people out from wherever the hell they're standing. So there's plenty of pick there as well. So if like Gragas is having a bit of a tussle in the top lane, and then here come the global rangers, pow pow, time to fight.
Now, I should make mention of the Oslo podcast, which is we're bringing this battle arena to you. It's myself, it's these two fine gentlemen, and actually Scott Rankonius Rankin, who's playing Siege to this game. We record on this channel Mondays from 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We talk about the oceanic scene, and this week we've got the OPL starting, so it's going to be a big week. We'll be broadcasting Wednesdays because of the OPL. So next Wednesday from 7, we'll have the first day's play of the OPL to talk about. And we talk about patch notes, and we're partway through patch 5.9. So we basically just try to help you understand the oceanic scene as well as help you get better at the game. So you check us out, oslo.trinityforcepodcast.com. Or if you just go to trinityforcenetwork.com. Is it podcast? No, it's still Trinity Force Podcast. trinityforcepodcast.com. You can get all of our shows as well as our sister shows. The Trinity Force Podcast, the proper, that is, and then the LCS Rundown, and then there's the Four Wards Podcast, which they in particular deal with getting better at the game, so you should check them out. I actually listened to the Riot Light Ghost Crawler episode today, which was really good. It was really informative.
What were the key topics?
Say again, sorry?
What do they talk about?
Well, it was focused on player behavior. So basically, all the different kind of psychological aspects of League and people raging and ladder anxiety and... it was just, I mean, Riot Light has an interesting job because basically it's how can we help players have a better experience and what are the factors that have a strong negative impact on people's experiences in League. So, it's some really interesting stuff. So I think it was episode 259. And then, I mean, Ghost Crawler's always got interesting stuff to say as the chief or the lead game designer for League.
Video games.
Why Wednesday night? For Oslo, it's because OPL's Mondays and Thursdays, and we want to watch the games ourselves, and B, we don't want to interfere with anybody else watching the games either.
And we're under the rift, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Battle Arena, where the party never ends.
Indeed. In fact, this week I'll actually be here for all the games. Yay! Happy about that.
Good news.
Indeed.
Some standard lanes going on, bit of pinging action going on.
It's always reassuring to know that your teammates are paying attention. Bit of confusion there with a fallback ping and an assist me ping.
Oh, Pantheon in a bit of a tough spot if he gets caught out here.
Yeah, he wants
move
to
away.
Get out of there as quickly as possible. Scrub Phoenix standing on top of a ward. He's well aware he's standing on top of the ward. He couldn't have missed and placed that. Vane's a bit late to the party, still on the wrong side of the river for this invasion. You gotta think, there's a lot of heavy warding going on here. What are the teams likely to be wanting to get out of this? Hello? Have we disconnected ever?
Movements are happening.
Yeah.
It looks like everyone's just going to start their regular camps.
Was kind of expecting a big level 1 fight to begin, and you've got to give that... yeah, well, you can't really give that to either team, because both teams have very interesting level 1 opportunities, but... it looked like they were going for a blue steal, but when they saw that all 5 members of the red team were there, they decided to fall back a little bit, but then they placed their wards down. It's like they were hoping to catch someone as they walked from the blue buff, but it was unlikely that they'd be walking in the direction that they warded. It's really hard to interpret what the actual goal was there. Oh,
so with this TF, he's really going to be looking forward to bullying the heck out of the out of Fizz there. Like, he's got a really good opportunity at this early stage to, you know, really harass him, get his CS much higher. So, you know, die him every creep he can. Because once you get to 6, it's going to be a lot harder to stop Fizz doing whatever he wants to do.
I'm waiting for this Thresh to start kind of just exerting his pressure on this Vayne. Both sides hit level 2 at the same time, so there's not going to be an advantage to either side there. However, you have to think that Thresh and Tristana's level 2 is significantly better than the Vayne Brawl lane. And Singed winning the trades up in top lane.
Well, he's got the extra sustain, so that's always going to be sort of working in his favour. And you're just sort of slowly grinding away on Gragas there. So he is an annoying champion to deal with, especially, I mean, for Gragas to sort of best harass him, he's going to need to use his mana a lot. And he's just not going to have that sort of sustain to sort of keep, especially if he gets caught out. You know, if he gets, as we saw with the fling, you know, it's max health damage, so he's, you know, every time he takes one of those, he's not going to have the sort of sustain to really just brush it off.
Yep. Armageddon already below a Singed on the mana levels. It looks like we've got a bit of movement here. Pantheon is in the top lane, not in stun range, and he's not going to go for it. Rankoni's just going to walk away from that one, and Pantheon headed back to take out this Scuttle Crab. Or not.
Oh, get the
Scuttle
Crab's
Crab's just too much work. It looks like he's going for a little bit of an invade here. It's not going to work.
Oh, he's got the stun, and he's got the HP advantage. The shield has been popped. Red buff is proccing. Shield gonna absorb all that damage though. Ibis Chaos will be able to walk away from this one, but he does have to back. Will not be able to take another camp.
That's not too devastating for Nautilus, as you know, his Raptors are down, and they've got one ward in as kind of a Baron defense sort of ward at the 4-minute mark. Like, if that invasion from blue side from the blue team Pantheon had happened with on the bottom side, then they would have gotten a huge advantage from Fizz being able to rotate down and ward for dragon control. But that ward isn't going to really do all that much. Oh wait, I just realized Fizz is on the other team. I'm talking. Oh my goodness! What if you could have corrected this? So Fizz has done the right thing and defensively warded there, rather than the blue team offensively warding there. So blue team actually got nothing out of that, apart from delaying Nautilus for the amount of time that Pantheon delayed.
Well, and there was a good chance he was going to go back anyway, because he was already pretty low, so...
Yeah. So Nautilus has gone back and he hasn't bought any wards. That's bit of a mistake there. Pantheon is still jungling and still hasn't gone back. So he's still got his starting cleaver item and hasn't gone back and isn't able to put down any wards himself. So while Nautilus's error in not picking up wards, it's not going to punish him all that much because Pantheon hasn't taken advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah. Pantheon probably hung around a little bit too long. Again, very low on the old mana situation. Scott did go back and teleport to get his tier. Did not want to miss out on any farm or just wants to stack up those tier stacks as a Singed would. Very standard farming going on across the map. Fizz doesn't want the minions in under the tower, so he will freeze it there, but Twist of Fate does have the ultimate. Gate coming down. Tristana has jumped, and he will flash for it.
He's not going to get
the
down.
Will it be enough?
Oh, wow.
Couple arrow, gonna finish him off. Here comes the final gold card to layer in those stuns. Twist of Fate is tanking a few of them, but Vayne going very deep. Will not
Oh, is it going to be a double? Oh, nice. Good work.
double
Yeah,
gold.
that was just too greedy.
That's
Scrub Phoenix, not much he can do here. He's under a ward, and the slow has landed. There is the devastating blows, and he has been stunned, but it's not enough because here comes the Fizz.
So there were a couple of mistakes made by the blue team there, where Twisted Fate just got his level 6, did a perfect roam to the bot lane, teleported, split the team. However, he got greedy and went for the low health target that was being forced out of the fight, rather than gold carding the Nautilus, who was now out of position and had no way of having damage being followed up on him. So if they targeted the Nautilus, they could have gotten 2 flashes for that exchange, and they would have been a lot better off. But also, with Vayne flashing to get that kill, and then just going too far and just getting in so much trouble, that gave the opportunity to the Nautilus to come in and counter gank and get that brilliant trade. So it started as a really good gank for the Twisted Fate. There was just a few miscalculations in how the team followed up.
I mean, it's just straight up greed. You know, forcing somebody out of lane is just as important as getting the kill, because it gives you that opportunity to take those towers and to do other things. Just while that was all happening, we had
Bit of a tussle in the top lane.
Singed going in.
Singed was killed.
Yeah, he was killed. So he basically just ran past the tower, and then Pantheon ganked, and he tried to run back past the tower to get away. I mean, we're saying it to the point where, wow,
I mean, we might be
oh,
doing
that was a bad move by.
Yeah, the barrel did knock Ranconius out of tower range though, and Armageddon
Oh!
Doesn't
The
know where he's
mid-air
going.
knockup! That was wonderful.
tussle in the bot lane.
Yeah, the
Oh, and Vayne
death
goes down as
sentence-
well.
Death sentence, as we said earlier, if Nautilus can set up the stun, then Nautilus can follow up with that death sentence or vice versa. So, and that was quite nicely comboed there.
And here comes your favourite, Stephen Garstone. There's the dragon rotation.
Nice.
What they're doing, Dragon, I'm going to go back and we're going to have a look at this this play down the bottom.
That's what you want to do.
So
Very
this
good
is the replay, people. We're looking at the bottom. We're seeing what's happening in the bottom. Because
Because he can.
I can. Because we got replays. So Vayne goes in, trying to trade, looking impossible to trade, but Tristana got all her stacks on her explosive charge off, and Pantheon just got caught out of place. So, yeah.
And
And
while
in
you were
live
doing
land-
replay, do you want to go for it?
There was a teleport gank in the top lane. Well, teleport gank, I say, Destiny Gate gank, and Singed was stunned and finished off by Mr. Scrub Phoenix. And on that dragon rotation, that was a really good rotation. The only thing that would have made it better is if you swept out that blue ward in the back there. If you had a sweeper or any kind of pink ward or something, you shoved that in there, blue team wouldn't have gotten a timing on that dragon, but now they do, so they know when it's going to spawn. So you might have a bit of contest later on.
I mean, it's getting to the point with just to go to this top lane matchup. Like it's getting to the point where Gragas is, his, I don't actually know what the ability's called, where he drinks from his casket.
Drunken Rage.
Drunken Rage, yeah. It's getting powerful enough, like with that max health damage, that you really as Singe probably don't want to be trying to do much to trade with Gragas directly. You know,
and he is maxing it first.
yeah, which is a very smart move.
Now, I want to give Scrub Phoenix some credit here, because he's done exactly what he needed to do against this Fizz matchup, was use his early aggression and wave clear advantage to really gain a farm advantage over the Fizz, and as a direct result, he's 20 farm up, or 15 now. No, Fizz has had a chance to, while Twisted Fate was out of lane, he caught up a little bit, but no, he was 20 CS ahead just a few seconds ago.
Oh, this is a great gank by Pantheon here.
Yeah, and he's going to run...
He's going to miss the slow, but it looks like Pantheon going to be right in that stun, and a beautiful explosive pass is going to knock him straight into the back, but here comes Big Fat Nautilus. He's going to staggering blow, and there is the depth charge, and now this gank has turned well into Red's favour. Are they going to go in? Here comes Fizz. Armagon just going to dash out of the way with the flash. Shielded auto attack is going to get him, and now everyone's under the tower. Fizz is tanking it up. There's the throw straight into the poison. Will it be enough? There is the Fizz finishing it off with the dubstep ignite.
No, that was excellent use of tower aggro and trading it out between allies. It's just no, very, very well executed by the red team. It was a very, very well timed counter gank from Nautilus again. Doing some good lane awareness practice here.
Having
Nautilus.
said that, getting mid tower is probably more beneficial. So, in the end, I'd say it's actually gone even, because Twisted Fate did the smart thing, which is Fizz runs away, you push the lane and punish him for not being there. So now the map's opened up quite a bit for blue side. Twisted Fate's coming in for the gank. He's got his ultimate. This is great stuff.
Oh, and here comes the stun card and the flash going straight on top.
The same thing again.
But they're diving again. Tristana going, Vayne going right in deep. She will finish him off, but at what cost? She's gone down herself, and they have cleaned up Thresh alongside.
Yeah. So the advantage did go to blue team there, but that was a 4v2. There really should have been no deaths involved. And again, it was the exact same problem they had the first time, where Tristana's gotten to safety, but they've decided to commit to the Tristana anyway, when they could have just killed the Thresh.
Now, just I mean, something also worth pointing out, like what Blue could have done is what they really should have thought about doing. Oh, I've just lost the all their items. I don't know what's with that. Anyway,
hit tab.
Tab. There we go. I must have bumped it. You know, okay, you kill the Thresh because he's there. Then Vayne sticks around, you dive her, because there was 4 people there, and a 4v1 dive is easy.
Depth
Should be
charge
easy
on
at
the
this
Scrub
point.
Phoenix. He was not getting away from that one.
Nope.
So yeah, I mean, really, you know, you need to be aware of your kind of your power at this stage of the game. Like you had people who were tanky enough to actually be able to dive there, and even with that Fizz, so Fizz came to the tower. Sure, let him stick about, because there was 3 people there. Even, you could have dived him, punish him for being there. So I guess this is one of the things where you need to be kind of confident about, where your power is. Especially when you have numbers. Don't underestimate what you can do.
Just want to look at this Pantheon roam, because he was coming up through his own jungle. I'm just watching the replay here. Now he's smited the Raptor, which has triggered the vision, the reveal True Sight wards thing, and he's gone around trying to clear it using that True Sight buff, and he's kind of lost the opportunity he had on Ranconius.
And big gank in the top lane. Everyone's taking a lot of damage. All 3 people.
For a second I thought he was going to get away.
Almost looked like he was going to get a double there, but here comes Fizz. Big ultimate. Chunga Waters is going to kill that Pantheon, and now he's chasing Armagon, who has got the health buff.
Except that TF's coming in.
Poor flash for Fizz. He did not get over that wall, and he might have a bit of trouble here with this gold card, and there it is. There's the barrel. Just didn't actually hit him. Scrub Phoenix. Beautiful map awareness to get right in there, but Fizz as well, coming in for that almost a double. You need to work on your flash work though, sir.
Well, Braum doing the right thing, doing what Braum does, and having people stand behind him.
I gotta say, this game has been really well done in terms of people, using their ultimates to, gank lanes really quite competently. I think. I don't know why
Red have a pink ward.
Yeah, they knew that it was there. Why haven't they?
And here comes the teleport. See, you've got to clear out those wards. There's no reason not to. You don't want them to get time. You don't want to send the pink. And look, stunned up and finished. Here's the turn. Everyone's going to die. Not much Scott can do but run away and get chased. Look at this big damage coming through. 2 stuns. They're all getting stacked on. He does not have the tankiness to survive through all of that. Here comes Fizz, though, dashing in. Will be able to auto-attack finish off the Vayne. And gold card, not going to be enough for Ignite. Fizz will be able to turn that back in his favor. But will he be able to take on all 3 of these people? I don't think so. He's going to have to leave. Big stun coming through here. So much damage. He might be able to trade, but no. Well, he did trade for Braum, and now blue team are going to turn this around and get the dragon for themselves with no one to contest it.
Yeah, and that's like they had the pink ward in the dragon pit.
Yeah, that was
no reason they couldn't have cleared that ward, and that really red team brought that on themselves. Don't get me wrong, like rotating to dragon at that exact time was the right thing to do, but they really didn't take the necessary precautions to stop that sort of counterplay from happening. Uh-oh. No, Pantheon realizes he's balked. He's not going to get over the... Oh! Did his flash just come off cooldown?
Flash was available.
I guess he was just like... I guess he was hoping he wouldn't have to burn it.
Back to life.
So, dragon for a flash amongst all of those kills. That's what it turns out to be. Now, Singed has got he's a fair CS lead ahead, but he's got 4 deaths on him, so he's still ahead by about 500 gold over Gragas, but Gragas has got his Rod of Ages. Gragas, I feel, is going to have a lot more sustain now than he has before, because it's all based on percentage HP.
Here comes the party posse in the top lane. Oh, explosive cast. Gonna knock Singed around, but not going to be enough CC to lock him down, but here comes Pantheon, who also jumped in, and they're on top. They walk the wrong direction there. They don't know he can be flipping people, and there he goes. He's running away, but here comes the gate, because Scott Phoenix didn't actually use it, and everyone's piling in yet again.
That was... I'm not sure if that was an extremely rigorous effort from Pantheon to donate a kill, or he just lagged out like crazy, or his mouse got disconnected. But that Singed was on low health, and he's got guaranteed crits against him. And there was about
I think though he probably still had quite a bit of health, because when you start like Singed has got a fair bit of health already. So it was probably deceivingly large the amount of health he had.
Yeah, but the cooldowns were up. He had the money for it. Like, he could have easily just stunned him, which shuts down most of Singed's advantages in a combat situation. Just auto-attacked him once or twice while he stunned that Singed and get 2 guaranteed crits off. And Singed would have been dead about 12 seconds earlier.
I mean, I think at this point, like, if you're Singed, you don't want to push as far as you have been. I mean, when no other lane is pushing, it's really dangerous to go that far, because you're just essentially inviting somebody to come and kill you.
Gold card locked in.
Is it
going to be that? Yes, but it's going to be a trade.
Here comes a depth charge, but the playful trickster's going to drop the aggro, and Ignite is not going to finish him off.
Oh no!
Oh, what a hook!
Big hooks comboed in.
He's
lived enough to finish him. Here he goes, 3, 2, boom. Not enough to finish him. He's done enough. Explosive cards back into the team. Nowhere near the lantern, even though she flashed back into it. And here comes the big stuns coming through here. You're in trouble. You're going down. There's the box. Flashed out of the cask, and he's going to walk away. But at what cost?
Yeah, well, Singed got a pretty decent push on during all that, but that was just a lot of very good responses from both teams. Started from, quite poor positioning. Like, Pantheon was just sitting there. You're going to think he's going to be wanting baiting the Fizz, but Fizz took the bait and got the worm, so Pantheon's efforts didn't really
Onius. Does he have the movement speed to get away? Brown not in range to make anything happen there, and I don't think Scrub wants to use Destiny here. I'd let this one go. I mean, Rankonius,
The
5
farm
deaths
is
in,
much more important.
not worth 5 deaths in. He's not worth anything. And even before, when he was 4 deaths and they got him to his 5th, I reckon they burned way too many resources. They would have been much better off doing something else. At this point, just stop him from splitting if you have to, but I wouldn't burn too many resources trying to kill him. But here comes Destiny and Gate. Wrong card locked in for the Fizz, and not enough damage.
If that had been a gold card, it would have been over.
Yes, it would have.
Oh, but he's got another gold card here for Rubus Chaos. A lot of stuns coming through, but so tanky. Chum the Waters on top of Armageddon, gonna slow him down. The hook did miss, but the stuns are coming through. Explosive cast, gonna knock Fresh somewhere he doesn't want to be. Susana's stacking up that bomb, and she will be able to kill Pantheon, even though she was in the danger zone. Rankonius running through people. Does he want to make something happen? Vayne inbound. Doesn't want to make it happen. No one wants to make it happen. Looks like there's going to be some disengage and some reset here.
Oh, nice kiting there from the blue
Nice
team.
stun
Getting
here,
huge
though.
amount
A lot of
health
damage
there.
coming through. A lot of damage. Yeah, Rank taking a lot of damage here. And the AD carry is inbound. Could make something happen.
Nice little maneuver from Scrub Phoenix in the middle of that. While the fight was happening, he lined his cards up perfectly with that minion wave. So he was zoning them off, getting some damage down, and clearing a wave all at the same time.
And a big Glacial Fissure coming through here, straight through the team. A lot of damage coming through. They're going to trade 1-for-1. Fizz is in the middle of the team. Going to back off, though. The Buster Shot knocked everyone back. They're all on low HP. A good hook, a good flip could happen here. But here comes the Spartan.
This is the best.
A lot of damage coming through. Whoa!
I think we've got a triple kill for Vayne incoming. Oh no!
Vayne not going to run through all that smoke. She doesn't want to make it happen. Here comes the stun. Another hard seeker strike, but he will be flayed back into the mega adhesive or the snowy adhesive. But he wants to go back in. He thinks he can party. Whoa! More hooking coming on. Yeah.
That 1v2 was a bit adventurous. His team had backed off. In those cases, you know, when you see your teams backing off, the best thing you can do is back off as well. Unless you want to push like one minion wave first, and then even so, it's generally better to play it safe.
Rankonius popping Ghost to save his tower. A little bit territorial, if you ask me.
Well, it's Singed. You know, do you really want to be the guy that, you know, how do you lose tower is Singed trash talk on the post game screen?
Rankonius is going to go back to his split pushing fashion, but there's a lot of movement around this dragon, and teleport is not available for Singed. Might want to think about getting down there as soon as possible. Doing the right thing. They're actually clearing the ward this time. Not a mistake they want to make yet again.
Singed is going to make use of that home guard boost and try and get back to that dragon as soon as possible. He knows how important he'll be in this fight. It looks like we've just got to fight for vision at this point. The dragon has not been started by anyone. Looks like Blue Team have cut Fizz off, but they're not aware that they have. Oh no!
Oh wow!
Waters straight on top of Vayne. They were none the wiser that Fizz was in a position to do that. And gold card coming through, but here's a death charge straight on the Scrub Phoenix. No one in position to follow up on that. Brown's gonna dash to him. Stand behind me, everybody. This tower is in a very tough spot. Pantheon headed to the top lane. Got no HP left next to his name. Could go and clear that top wave
quite easily, and then rotate to that top now, without needing to tower dive anybody. But
Singed doing Singed things, running through the whole team. They're gonna get that tower. I would have left it behind, and they're gonna start chasing now. They don't want this Armageddon going anywhere soon. Rank headed top lane. Has he got enough for a flip?
And Fizz is doing what he does.
Not going to be in
best.
range for it. Getting stunned. He is under the tower. Has flipped, but not where he wants him. Tanking too many shots. Gonna back off there. Turner now tanking too many shots. Here comes the gate. Slowed straight onto the Mega Snowy adhesive. He's flashed gold card, and there's the wild card's gonna finish him off. But now he's got a party with the Singed. He's in his base. He's safe where he is, and here comes Vayne. A lot of damage. Big ignite.
And there's the maneuver. Red team seeing all of the resources being blown in the top tower defense, just sweep in and take that dragon. So,
yeah, but probably not worth it. I mean, you know, giving up 2 kills. I mean, I think if Singed and Fizz had just backed off a bit earlier, they probably would have been fine. They would have got that kill. They still would have got dragon. So,
And those deaths were unnecessary. It was still very good of the team to notice, hey, look, they're going to do this.
Yeah.
We should probably actually trade something. It's a game of trading. They're going to die. We need to take something away from them. And they did. They took the dragon. And now they are, what are 2 dragons up or 1 dragon? Yeah, well, they're a dragon up. 2 to 3, I think. Something like that. 2 to 1, sorry. Same thing.
Now, I'm not sure if I'm still in the call. The power just went out of my house.
Oh.
No, I'm still in.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, my lights are back on. Okay. That was interesting. Random power surge to add a little bit of excitement to my night. Now, I was wanting to point out before I was thrown into darkness that Fizz has come back from being very poor positioned in lane to being 11, 4, and 2 with his on his hourglass and a lich bait. So, the Fizz situation has changed. Oh, nice initiation from Marvel, but not followed up there. They do have a lot of counter initiation opportunities with this Nautilus. The death sentence hits onto Vayne. Vayne is toast. And Fizz getting in
Yeah, wow, that Tristana just absolutely chunked Vayne.
Oh, Scrub Phoenix with nice Zonyas, but his team are trying to get the hell out of there. He's going to die with that. Oh, the death sentence.
What a hook.
Living up to its name, 14, 4, and 3. They can take 2 towers off this, but no, Raikkonen is wanting to defend that tower.
Yeah, that was a bad move, I think.
Yeah, you could
Should have stayed for that tower.
Or defend your turret. That's.
I mean, basically, you know, if I mean, they're going to get it anyway, but I think it just would have guaranteed that they could definitely get the inhibitor without, you know, because Vayne's just about to spawn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it probably would have been.
There's one thing Tristana can do is that she can destroy structures. So it was pretty safe, but still.
Yeah, I mean, to Scott's credit, Singed isn't dealing a lot of auto attack damage to towers. Probably should have stayed with the squad just to have the manpower, especially if something did go down. I don't know, maybe someone had home guard, a couple people had home guard, and they piled in, and then they got counter-aced or something like that while Scott was hanging out in top lane. But to his credit, that didn't happen. But he himself has died, though.
I mean, again, it's just a case of overstaying his welcome. Yes, he is super tanky, but
Logs now.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just sort of think, you just didn't need to die there.
No. Well, he didn't need to teleport there. Like he could have played the safe route, stuck with his team. Well, alternatively, if his team had taken the inhibitor and then rotated to top to help with the Singed split push that had just started, that would have made more sense. But I don't think people are on the same page as Singed in this case.
Yeah. They always got to be looking for the next objective. Whether Scott was looking to get the next objective or protect his own, that's up to him. We don't know. But everyone just wanted the inhibitor and to fall back in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, that tower, like, all towers are valuable, but at this stage in the game, when you've got an inhibitor down and you've got control of the map in most respects, and you've got all the way down to the inhibitor turret of that lane, that top tower is quite irrelevant. It's just going to give you a little bit more vision in that if the lane gets pushed against. And
now, here comes Big Party Posse in the top lane. You are tanky, sir, but not tanky enough for the 80 carry. Slow does come through, and here comes the Fizz to finish him off. Gragas, by the way, listening to the advice of Mr. Steven, has picked up a banner of command to deal with that Singed split push, who is now split pushing bot lane. Only to meet heavy resistance while the greedy Caracolossus stuffs his face with a packet of salt and vinegar Smith's chips.
I'm being very civilized and having some bread and margarine.
Wait, are you guys on cam? I don't know we were... What's going on? How do you know it's
very good rotation in the top lane. They all grouped up while Singed was putting up so much pressure in the bot lane, and they scored another tower, and they will get some damage off on this inhib tower as well. Look at this big explosion about to happen. 3, 2, BAM! Kind of underwhelming. And Scott not allowing Scrub Phoenix to fall back. They are going to turn for him, but I don't think they're going to get him. I reckon he can just run away from this one. So he has got the pressure. They might be able to get some more damage, possibly even get this tower if Tristana didn't blow her explosive charge there.
I mean, it's absolutely holding a mid tower in the bottom lane and giving up an inhibitor tower in the top. It's just...
Oh, here comes Destiny. gating in. Where's the gold card? He has not found his target. He's getting chunked by Tristana. Here's the bomb. Zhonya's to stop it from happening. And Nautilus using his wet noodle auto attacks to try and finish off that tower. Not the smartest move. Should have helped your team. And now everyone is falling one by one. Brown, last one standing. Tower does go down to the minions. Twisted Fate died really deep in that fight. Brown all alone. What's he gonna do? Oh, Flash to get out
That
of the
Flash.
way. And here's the death sentence. Tristana, meanwhile, doing the right thing, shooting the structures instead of chasing the support. Playful Trickster dropping aggro, picking it up again on the way out, but he will walk. And Tristana still alive to clean up all these towers. Here comes Vayne. She's angry. There's the final hour. Lay down away, but look at the big burst damage coming through from Tristana. So much damage, got nothing out of it. Scott, meanwhile, getting that bot tower. Should have just joined the team. And here they come. Pantheon ulting in. He wants to make it happen. Who's he going to make it happen on? He's on top of General Wong. Smite to finish him off. But here's the Singe popping the ghost. Will he get the flip? Will he find it? There it is. You're gone. Is he? He's not gone. What's happening?
The good thing about Singed in this exact
60 health.
scenario is that he's killing the minions while he's doing this, whether he wants to or not. So he's helping all 3 lanes push while kind of wasting time. So now blue team are going to be against 2 lines of super minions. They've got lost every tower but 1 in this game. You've got to think red team, all they need to do is group up and win.
This just in, Riot Scarizard has challenged me to a 1v1 in Super Smash Bros. Tomorrow at Band 7.
You better go thrash that ringer, otherwise you're letting your trains down.
He's
Not wanting to let tradition die manages to alienate another culture. Red team doing the smart thing while they wait for Singe's death timer, just picking up Dragon. It looks like they might even try and sneak a Baron here, but in all honesty,
I mean, they should absolutely take Baron. I mean, you might as well play it safe. Guarantee you're gonna win. Like, you can guarantee that you're gonna, just roll over that bottom tower.
You got beautiful board coverage in that bottom side of the jungle. You'll be able to see anyone coming in, and Scrub Phoenix wised up a little bit. He thinks something's happening, but he's standing still. Where's the Destiny? Is he gonna play it? They got that dragon, and they've turned on Scrub Phoenix, who was standing on top of a beautifully placed ward. What an amazing gold card, Sonya, to put himself in such crazy danger. Resist the gate, and he didn't get out. Meanwhile, Scott Rankonius Rankin 1v1ing the Nexus at an amazingly fast rate here. He might be able to get this one, but here comes Dragus dashing over the wall. Will he make it in time? He's almost halfway through the Nexus. He's going to do some expect action here. He's popped the ultimate. He's been explosive cast off it. He's still auto-attacking. The stuns have come through. Rome is dying in the mid lane. Red team realize what's going on. They see an Expeke. They want to get in there. Scott, he's so tanky. They're barely dealing any damage, but the Black Cleaver stacks are up there. He will be taking 33% more of the damage. He's still trying to weave the auto attacks in there. Flipping the Pantheon. Here's the rest of the team. They're on the Nexus. Auto attacks to finish it off. Who's going to get the 50 gold? One of the minions. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game 1 of Oceanic Battle Arena going to the red team. Turner, whoever was playing Thresh, Arubis Chaos, Scott Rankonius Rankin, and Colonel Wong.
I'm just gonna say, in a 1v1 between Rankonius and the Nexus, my money's on the Nexus.
Yeah.